Hey, it's Busta Brown, and I hope everyone enjoying Dr. King Day and enjoying all the festivities. I'm here with a Winston-Salem icon, Victor Johnson. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right.
You're looking handsome, my man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. What came to your mind when you received the highest honor a civilian can receive, which is the...
I just didn't know what to think. I couldn't figure out anything. I said, now what in the world is happening to me?
Yeah. I mean, that has been the Order of the Longleaf Pine. That's the highest honor. So when you received that, it was a surprise, am I right?
It was a surprise, yeah.
Yes. What was on your mind when you received that award?
Well, I knew a couple of weeks later I was going to be awarded something at New Bethel Baptist Church. But I said, now why would they come over here to award something at their church? But my wife and the Board of Education, the chairman of the Board of Education came over here one day with a knee pad, and they pretended that she wanted to teach her the knee pad so she could teach me the knee pad. So I was downstairs, so they told me to go on back upstairs.
Yeah.
And they were getting it together there. So my wife said this thing been going on for the last couple of years or better.
So it was a true surprise.
Yeah, it really was a surprise.
And it's a huge honor.
Thank you. Yeah, I think so. And
how does it make you feel?
It just makes us feel good because the people that presented the award were board members that I worked with for the last 15, 16 years. The superintendent and two board members, Donnie Lambert, who is now a state representative, and Buddy Collins is state representative. So I worked with them. And I've known Buddy when he was in junior high school. He was in the first class that was integrated at Paisley.
Right.
That came up when I was working at Paisley. So I've known him a long time. It just made me feel good. I just didn't know. It's hard to imagine what this is all about.
Over 30 years of service to your community, that's a big deal.
Yes.
And I read a quote that you said that the community in Winston-Salem has always been good to you.
It has.
And so you've just been good back to it too, just, you know, giving what's been given.
I always felt that I always had one more hurdle to cross. That has always been my motto.
Yeah.
Just as a man, you still got one more hurdle to cross. You need to be reaching back, pulling some other black kid across that hurdle.
And I also want to thank you for serving our country and appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. You've accomplished so much, and we can go down a long list. But I want to hear from the man himself. What are the three that means the most to you?
Well, I think being able to be the oldest child in my family. We're a family of 7, and 6 of us graduated from college. I was the oldest.
So you're the first.
First. And 6 of us graduated from college.
What a leader. Yeah.
And all of their children have graduated from college.
So leadership started early on in life with you.
Yeah. My grandbaby just graduated last year from Howard into law school. So that's been, and then my marriage and my daughter and son.
Beautiful.
Yeah, daughter, children.
Yeah.
Real good people.
And I would say the return of Atkins, becoming a technology school, that's a big deal. You were very instrumental in that.
Well, Atkins was...
Yeah, that's big.
Atkins was a school that most of the blacks in this community want to go to.
Yeah.
As a young child, you always dream of wanting to come to Atkins.
Oh, yeah.
No other schools right here meant that much. Atkins was a school. So you got a chance to go to Atkins, and you didn't come out the front door of Atkins until you became a senior. You know, we had to go to the back door.
Yeah.
And by going to Atkins, I met a coach, Jerry Williams. He asked me my junior year, Vic, what are you planning on doing? I said, well, just like the rest of the boys in this community, I'd probably go on down the runners and get myself a job. He said, well, you play football. Well, play college. I said, I do. He said, yeah, you play football well enough to go to college. I said, how do you go to college? He said, well, you can get a scholarship. I said, I can? He said, let me ask you a question. He said, well, what kind of grades do you have? I stuck out my chest. I said, I got a good C average. He looked at me. He said, is that the best you can do?
Mm.
I said, I thought you had more sense than that. I said, what I need to do?
Yeah.
He said, man, you get some A's and B's.
So we can get you in college.
Yeah, you get some A's and B's. That's what you need to do. And I have carried that all my life.
And it pushed you. Yeah,
all the football players that I've coached, and my daughters, son, I always talk with them. I had two boys that played football for me. They were the first blacks in this community that went to Paisley.
Mm.
They came from Paisley, went to Wake Forest.
Yeah.
So I felt good about instilling things into kids and letting them know you can't play on my team unless you do your work.
That seed was planted in you, and then you planted in others.
Yeah.
And you just don't leave a lot of room for failure.
No.
There's no excuse for it.
I don't want to
That's
see
a good
you
thing.
in the principal's office. I want you doing your work.
Exactly.
You know, if you haven't done your work, that afternoon you come out, you don't participate, you sit here and do your work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you became a fantastic linebacker, you know, to get the name Vicious Vic. You used to put the hits on. You couldn't play in the NFL now, it's too soft. But Vicious Vic is it's too soft, man.
Yeah, well,
now, did you look forward to taking the cat out when you had a nice little hit?
No, it was my freshman year. It was my freshman year. I must have made about 7 or 8 tackles, you know, solo tackles.
Yeah.
And when I came off the field coming back to the clubhouse, that's what one of the coaches started calling me.
Vicious Vic.
Vicious Vic.
You were taking them out. You were taking them out. The other thing that I think is dynamic that you do that is a part of your leadership is your golf clinic. Why did you decide to do a golf clinic with young African Americans?
Well, see, I played
Men and
golf.
women.
Well, I played golf over there for many years, and I used to walk up and down that fairway, and the recreation center was right across the street from the golf course.
Right.
And I never saw any black kids over there. So Walter Marshall died not too many years ago, not too long ago, and I used to come and talk with Walter about it. And I guess with Sam Puryear Jr. Talking with me all during his high school years about you ought to start a golf program for kids. You ought to start a golf program.
Right.
So when I got on the school board, that was the first thing I decided I wanted to do. I got on the school board in 1997, so I started the golf program. And
20 years later, still going strong.
1997, yeah.
Fantastic, man. That's big. Yeah.
Well, my
I've
wife-
never golfed before. Now, is it fun? I mean, is it?
Yeah,
I've never golfed.
You played baseball, you can play golf.
Yeah, can't play baseball. I can't throw the ball straight, Dr. Johnson.
But you can swing. That's a big
I can
thing.
swing a little bit. Yeah, I can
my
swing.
wife came out a couple of years later. She wanted to make sure everything is going right. She saw some things that she didn't like. So for 18 years, she was out there until this past year. She came down with 10.5 hours of back surgery.
Yeah.
So she's been right with me.
That's a big deal. Who was the greatest influence in your life? Was it that teacher at Atkins?
Jerry Williams would have to be one.
Okay.
And the Roscoe Anderson Center is named after Roscoe Anderson. You know, we used to play at the Recreation Center in Kimberly Park, and he was the Recreation Center director. And he used to take us across town to compete with other teams in this car, you know. We'd have it at the bus. So we get 9 or 10 boys. You go to Columbia Heights and you play basketball or you play softball. He was always there for us.
Good, good.
Talk with us about
And we need more mentors. Today, I know you're very instrumental in the sit-in movement here in Winston, but the Greensboro 4, that's the one we hear about the most.
I know.
Tell me a little bit more, and those who are watching, how the sit-in movement went here and how that should also get the attention it deserves.
A lot of people talk about Carl Matthews, who was our leader. The week after the Greensboro sit-in, Carl Matthews went downtown by himself, and we didn't realize he was going down there by himself. So Jefferson Davis, William Bright, and myself, we were still in school, and we heard about it. I said, well, we can't let Carl stay down there by himself, so we went down there the next day.
Support him, right.
And so we were down there, and we were down there for, I guess, a week or so later. There were some white kids from Wake Forest that joined us. And there were a lot of other kids from Atkins and Winston-Salem State coming down. Matter of fact, my sister came down, and the mayor and they threatened the chief of police. Told us if we came back the next day, they were going to put us in jail. So I told my sister, you don't need to come down here the next day. But the white kids came down and we came down, so they put us in jail like they said.
Wow.
They let us out and we won the case prayer for judgment. That's how we won the case. They never, charges were dropped. Prayer for judgment.
And there's been conversation about which one happened first, Greensboro or Winston. Which one happened first?
Greensboro took a seat first, but we ate first.
Okay. You had a slice of sweet potato pie first.
Yeah. And I never will forget this minister, Dr. Jerry Drayton. He did a lot of work in the background because he was a real prominent minister along with the minister's conference or council, whatever it was,
right,
in the back. And he got a lot of those business people and the mayor and the chief to let us sit down and eat. You know, we didn't do it by ourselves, so we had some help.
Yeah.
But I always remember the support they gave us. They got us out of jail.
Yeah.
Prayer for judgment. So
that was a big deal, man.
That was a big deal, yeah.
And thank you for all the work you've done.
Well, thank you.
And still doing. You're still an inspiration. You're still a leader. And your action speaks louder than the words, and that's a big deal. You know, I know God, you know, believes that our walk is our voice. Yeah. You know, and you've been making some noise, some giant footsteps, and I appreciate you.
I just feel that I always will have one more hurdle to bear, across. You'll always be somebody else I need to bring across. Always.
And just sitting in your presence. Yeah. You inspire me. I appreciate you, Dr. Johnson.
Yeah, always somebody. Now, I'm not the doctor. My wife is the doctor. I don't want to take that recognition. Yeah.
You're still a doctor, though. You know what I mean? You're the honorary doctor.
Well, I've been honorary doctor.
Oh, yeah. To so many of us, man, you are the honorary doctor.
She is the doctor. She is my support system.
Yeah. How long you been married?
55 years. June the 9th passed.
If you would have to say the magic that keeps a marriage beautiful for 55 years, what would that magic be?
Well, the main thing, you got to be together. You don't try to hide anything. You're up front with what you're trying to do. And you talk about it before you try to do
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And, you know, you just try to help each other out to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
Amen. If I had to ask you, what are we missing today? I feel like today we don't have the leadership you all had and I had when I was younger in the 60s. America's missing something. What are we missing today?
Well, I don't like to say this, but I look at my own school and I wonder, Winston-Salem State, why would you go out there and get coaches from other areas when you got most of your top athletes are black? So why wouldn't most of your coaches be black? You know, I frown on that kind of stuff when I see black schools. I know you can hire some white coaches, but you try to find a black in that position before you go elsewhere, because when you look on that television, we are doing the job.
Exactly.
So if we're doing the job, we got to be highlighted in the area so we can keep on doing the job.
So lack of support for one another is what we're missing in a big way. As a veteran, do you frown on players today that take a knee during the national anthem?
Well, I've never gotten into that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I always thought I was a part of this country, and I don't want us to take something that penalizes us. You know, you can feel a certain way, but you don't jeopardize your livelihood on something that is going to hurt you, you know. You know.
But isn't that what you and others did back in the day to get us where we are right now?
I have nothing.
We jeopardized that.
I have nothing against the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
It's the national anthem. I have nothing against it. You know, many days on that field I was praying while that's what's going on. I had to think about it one way. Salute the flag.
Right.
You know, we're still a minority, and we got to make sure that we safeguard ourselves.
Absolutely.
Now, this fella that started that thing, he's making a whole lot of money.
Colin Kaepernick, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to know where you're going because they still have the purse, and you don't want to be penalized, so they take the money away from you. You can then do a little bit more. You know what I mean?
With some loot in your pocket and a little position, right?
Now, some things you got to have a little bit of sense with.
You got to pick your battles.
Yeah, don't get out there by yourself like that. And here the President of the United States, hey, he comes out there calling you all these kind of names and things. You know, you got a whole lot of crazy people following him out there.
Boy, I tell you, that's a whole nother topic, and that's a whole nother topic.
So,
you know,
I don't want brothers saying you this or you that. I just believe that some things you got to do because you are a minority.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
You know, when my daddy was at the house and he said, "Boy, did you hear your mama?" There wasn't anything else to talk about.
Boy, we have that kind of respect with young people today, it would be a better place. It would.
There wasn't anything else to talk about. Whatever mama told us to do, you go ahead and do it.
Boy, did you hear your mama? Done.
That's it. Now, we could play with mama, but daddy said, "Boy, did you hear your mama?" That's the end of that.
That's the end of that.
And all of us, 7 of us, we knew he'll jump in line and do the right thing.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time, man.
Always.